Lights, camera, action, man.
Lights, camera, action, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, family, man? We talking to our family right now, man.
Yes,
Welcome
we
back
are.
to the Level Up, man.
Welcome back. It's episode 12.
And actually, the finale, baby, the finale.
Yeah, the finale, man. Hey, guys, look, it's been such a beautiful journey. 12 episodes. Took us about what? About 4 months, honestly.
You think it took us 4 months to get
Yeah,
12 episodes out?
well, because we were doing every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Even though we started with weekly and we had to kind of just adjust a little bit. But, the last 4 months have been phenomenal, man.
yeah, man. We have some very, very wonderful guests. I like to say we had my man Raphael. We had my man Elmer.
Yeah.
Um,
Got Eddie.
we
We
got
got
Eddie, of
Adani.
course. We got Miles, the millennial,
Right.
who's really not a millennial,
Who
but
was not a
but actually
millennial.
is a millennial.
Yes. Shout out to Miles,
Shout out
man.
to Miles, man. We got to get him back too as
Yes,
well.
sir. Shout
Um,
out to Dagam Adani,
yeah.
man. Everybody that really contributed to the show.
Shout out to Dogger, man. We got the ice on our
Yeah, we
wrist
got the
right
ice
now.
on. You got
You
the
know what I'm
ice on,
saying?
man. Yeah, man. It's just been really a good journey. Just bringing on great people, great minds, and of course, we have us on the show,
We
right?
have us, man.
And so
Them Belgium horses.
Belgium horses, man.
yeah.
If you guys don't know about Belgium horses, the reason why he always says that is because we seen a video about how Belgium horses always challenge each other to be better, right? So if one is pulling the weight, the other one wants to actually show off and pull a lot harder and things of that nature. So essentially, it's just about keeping each other accountable, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, man. Today, we just gonna dive in and talk a little bit about our journey in these last.
Yeah,
Um,
man. You sent me some information at 1 o'clock last night, like
I
it wasn't
did.
time for me to get some rest.
Hey man,
And
look.
so I actually just found out it was the finale, but we looking forward to season two, and season two is gonna be some great things.
Yeah, we gonna
Finale
do.
don't necessarily mean it's over, but it just
Yeah,
means that something new is coming.
most definitely.
And so we gonna continue to extend this light amongst you guys and continue to provide wisdom, knowledge, and just continue to be light, man.
Yeah, man. We want to do seasons because
Yeah.
there's gonna be seasons in our lives,
hmm
and I think seasons are gonna be great to kind of also look back on our progress from season one, two to all the way where we're gonna be at. It gives us more structure as well, and I think especially starting season two, we're going to also implement audio streaming, and just like Apple streaming, Spotify, and other mediums like for audio. So essentially, I think it's going to give us some good structure moving forward, man, to be able to categorize certain things. But without long talk, man, without um, going too far into other things, I want us to kind of discuss as far as what we've learned in the last 12 episodes. Of course, one running a podcast, running a media company, and a startup, and essentially, just about the business of it, the experience, as well as our partnership and how that's been. So I'll let you get started, man. Maybe you could tell us about, what has been inspirational for you in these last 12 weeks in regards to what we've been doing.
Yeah, man. I like to say I've been learning a lot. Along the journey, specifically about myself and the people that I'm around. And with pretty much starting this podcast, this show, I don't even like to call it a podcast. I like to call it a show.
Yeah,
But since we started this show, man, it's been teaching me accountability.
right.
And the importance of team and collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just with the show and the collaboration that we have so far, it's helped us get into rooms and build upon that network.
Right.
And ultimately, that was the vision in which we had when we started off, and we pretty much turned it into reality.
Right.
And it's like, okay, well, we doing it at this scale. It's like, bro, we can really enhance upon that and continue to build upon that and really
Mm-hmm.
get this information and this enlightenment out to the masses, of course.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much. And then pretty much since we started, a lot of people been reaching out, not only wanting to collaborate, but ultimately wanting to invest into what we're doing.
Right.
And so, that's just a small thing that lets me and that what we're doing it's inspiring others.
Yeah, right.
And I think it was episode 3 or maybe 4, what,
Mhm.
3 or 2,
Mhm.
where we were saying ultimately, man, we want to inspire to aspire.
Right.
And that's literally what happened. And it's people reaching out to us and wanting to invest into it. That's literally what we're doing.
Mm.
And so we're gonna continue to build upon that. And like you said, this is the finale. Season 2 is coming up, of course, and we're just gonna build upon all the information, all the skill sets in which we learn and execute on it.
Most definitely, man. I agree with you, bro.
Yeah,
You know, I think we've both learned a lot,
yeah,
from the experience so far. But major takeaways for me, man, in these last 12 weeks, like you touched on, of course, accountability and partnership, right?
hmm
For one, I'm an only child, bro. So I've always, for the most part, although I can be a team player, I've always done things by myself. You know what I mean?
hmm
And so, one thing that I enjoy about working with Kosi, it allows me to practice more of my selflessness. It allows me to practice more of listening to other people's ideas, and also just collaborating. Man, it's always fun. One thing I did love about making music, kind of brings me back to that kind of vibe. Creativity has always been a part of what I love to do. Right, it's part of
hmm
my nature. Like, honestly, it's part of like my DNA.
hmm
And so, being in the studio and creating with other people was something that I really loved, right? That always brought me into sphere of people in a group and allowed me to kind of just jump out of just always being the person that has to, do things by himself.
hmm
And so this brings me back to that kind of vibe again in terms of like, that creativity flow, that partnership, that sharpening iron sharpens either, you know what I'm saying? And just kind of getting in the room and bringing up ideas and being able to generate things. So it's been fun, man. It's been fun working with you, bro, the last 12 weeks. We've had some good laughs. We've had some ups and downs in terms of like technical difficulties and
hmm
trying to upload, upload podcast or whatever our
hmm
videos taking us 6 hours, taking us 3 days to edit, right?
hmm
Sometimes recording a whole show and then realizing we don't have the audio.
We don't have the audio.
So,
You can't.
you
You
know,
can't. You came back with tighter pants and everything.
yeah, shut up, man. I know you couldn't wait to say
Yeah,
that,
bro. I
huh?
couldn't wait to say that, bro.
But like the good thing is that it showed me that you and I are not quitters. We pushed through all the little difficulties, all the mishaps, and the little challenges that came along. And some days it took us, missing our deadline, but regardless, man, we still here and we still doing this. So I'm excited for of course, the next season, and just continuing to level up with you, man.
Yes, sir. And also, put it at the forefront is spirituality as well.
Right.
If I recall, I remember you was going through your spiritual phase and you went off the face of the earth for a while. I'm like, man, where's Mikhail? But I understood it.
Right.
And for me, a lot of people know that, I just lost my father, so it
Yeah.
kind of led me to go on my spiritual journey as
Right.
well.
Right.
And so, it's just about persistence, of
Right.
course.
Right.
And so us going through that and just let me know brighter days are coming and something that's good is coming out of because we
Yes.
stayed this course, we played the course.
Right.
And ultimately, like I said, man, like you said, look forward to continuously leveling up with you,
Loving
brother.
it up with you, my brother. Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying?
We
So,
doing this,
yeah,
man.
we doing it for sure.
Um, yeah, man. Like you said, we was going through a little spiritual journey right before the
Yeah.
podcast. Both of us, transitioning from careers, jobs, and
Mhm.
just family loss and things of
Yeah.
that nature. And then being able to start this has been therapeutic
Yeah,
in
it's
a sense,
therapeutic,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, when you have that spiritually alinity, of course,
Yeah.
that's when the real creativity comes out because it
Right.
comes from God. And
Right.
ultimately, I like to say a lot of times we tend to do stuff that we don't like. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
so if we're doing something that we don't like or we're not good at, we're not really serving.
Mm. Mm.
Purposefully. We're
Right.
not serving society the way
Right.
it should be. So ultimately, man, we had this vision that I had a while back, man. It was way, way, way,
Way, way back.
way back.
Yeah.
And you was telling me, but I really didn't understand. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But you had to go through your spiritual journey. I had to go through my spiritual journey to get that connection and bring that
Right.
creativity out, and ultimately, and that's
Right.
what it's led to today.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Because it's all about purpose,
It's
man.
all about purpose.
You know what I mean? And we're being very intentional about what we're doing. because essentially, it's not just about having a successful company, successful show platform, and making profits and all of
Yeah.
this and that, right? Gaining the attention, but honestly, it has to be for the right reasons. It has to
Yeah.
be for the right purpose, and the whole reason of this platform is for us to be able to utilize the gifts that God has given us. To be able to network, to be able to converse
Collaborate.
and bring ideas and open and enlighten people, just being able to share our experiences so others can learn and be inspired by it as well, man. So great points there, bro. I mean, I guess my next thing that I would love us to get into, man, is just to kind of just go back into last 12 episodes. If you can have some memories that you could dig from, what are some of your favorite moments that you could remember, man?
um, I like to go back. I think it was episode 3, 4,
Mm-hmm.
with my man IV.
Yeah.
He was telling me the story about when he had to pee when he was on set. He was about to pee his pants.
Right. Shout out to IV
Shout
too,
out to
man.
IV, man. That brother smooth.
Right.
But I think that has to be my favorite because, it just I can just visualize what he was saying. He up there with his armor on and he
It
trying to
was
strip
on the
down.
set of Wakanda.
Yeah,
He
Wakanda
was
forever.
yeah, he was an
You know,
extra on
I
Wakanda
yeah, I
forever.
think he was like a soldier or something
Right.
in that in
All right.
Wakanda.
All right.
I could just imagine him in the fixing to pee on himself uh, on
Oh
set.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And when it's
Right.
cold outside.
Right.
You know,
That was a good story. That was a good story, man.
who else? I mean, I like my man Eddie.
Yeah.
Bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself, man.
I never forget that. That stuck with me for sure.
Right. Right.
Um, Elmer, work on yourself.
You can what he say? One of the best lines he ever gave on the show, man. He said, you can't run from you, right? You can never run away from yourself. So essentially, yeah, man, we gotta face ourselves in the mirror.
And ultimately, bro, as we're continuing to grow this show, ultimately we saying the same thing. I realize, but it's
Yeah.
just in different words,
Right.
and it's all coming to and it lets me know that people that are coming into our life are literally on the same frequency.
Right.
You know,
That's true. Because every
yeah,
episode has similarities
yeah,
in terms of what people are experiencing because they're on the leveling up
yeah,
mindset, right?
yeah,
And the core foundations of that just resonates with everybody. We all align. But you're right, man. It's just about, of course, everybody has just different journeys and different,
mhm,
backgrounds and how they
yeah,
were able to get to that point. So those are the stories that are phenomenal. It's like watching, you watch an action movie. You're gonna expect some action,
mhm,
but the storyline is different,
yeah,
right? And so that's the exciting part. About every individual we bring on this show, man. Everybody has a different talent, has a different gift, but ultimately they all want to be able to sow
mhm.
something positive into the world.
And then, ultimately, everybody in which we bring it onto the show and everybody that's watching literally are going through something.
Right.
And I don't even like to say going through it. I like to say growing through it. People
Yeah.
are growing through things,
Right.
because if you didn't go through those things, you couldn't grow through it.
Most
But
definitely.
ultimately, everybody are going through something. It's just in a different way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
that's the whole point, and that's the whole purpose of this show is
Purpose
to
of the
bring that
show.
enlightenment and you know, and influence you guys to keep going. In other words, lack of a better words.
Yeah. Some of my favorite moments, man, from our podcast or our show. I keep saying podcast, but
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
audio and visual,
I get
baby.
that you say podcast because a lot of people, from the outside
Relate
say
to it.
podcast,
Yeah.
and we say show.
We
You know what
say
I'm
it's
saying?
show,
So it's
man.
like if they continue to say podcast, we say podcast, but we say show,
So
bro.
it's
You
a
know what I'm
show,
saying? It's a
man.
show, bro.
Oh,
Edutainment, baby.
edutainment.
Edutainment.
Favorite moments from our show, man, is I remember when your brother came. I love that time when your
Oh
big
yeah.
brother came through, and just being able to have your family in the vicinity, man, and just being able to have him just see us work and give us that feedback, and
Hmm.
going out to grab some food with them afterwards, man. That was phenomenal. I had a really great time, and we learned a lot from him as well during
Hmm.
that weekend, right? And he encouraged us, man. He encouraged us. He really uplifted us and gave us some word of wisdom, man. Gave us some good points as well.
Gave us some light.
It gave us some light, man. So that was one of my favorite episodes. Of course, man, I enjoy every episode, every person that comes on this show. But I think overall, man, my favorite moments, of course, have also been just the two of us, man, sitting down, chopping it up.
Oh man,
You
don't get
know,
sentimental on me, man.
just when I get back to the shows and when I watch them sometimes, man, I'll just be realizing like, man, one day, we're gonna be like 75. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be old brothers, and we're gonna be able to have something we can always go back to and watch and be like, man, remember that was like 30 years ago. That was 40 years ago, man. We were sitting down doing these shows, and I don't know, man. It's just part of our history. It's
Mhm.
part of
It's digital real estate ultimately, and
right.
when I was talking to my brother, man, I was telling him like, man, honestly, the main reason that influenced me to start the show
Mm,
was I wanted to have a platform and where once I'm dead and gone,
right.
generations behind me can know what your uncle, your granddaddy,
Right.
your brother, what he
Right.
represented and what his teachings were,
Right.
about just pretty much navigating the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know sometimes people just don't have any guidance. You know what
Most
I'm saying?
definitely.
And I don't even have it all figured out, but as we continuously know ourselves, we have a better trajectory.
True.
And so that's pretty much but
another
piggyback on what you're saying.
another favorite episode of mine is when we were talking about dating, man. And you slipped up and talked about
What I was talking about, bro, I forgot. Shit.
that boy was slipped up and talked about certain things he wasn't supposed to say. I heard you got a call from one of your exes, man.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't, I wasn't even talking about her specifically, but she was snapping. He was like, "Hey, bro, hey." I'm like, "Bro, I wasn't talking about you, but
Right.
they say the guilty speaks, but
The
hey,
guilty speaks. You always got
the
something to
guilty
say.
speaks,
Yeah.
bro.
But
But
those are
no, that
some
was funny though. It's like hey, that lets me know they watching though.
right. Right.
That's a good sign, right?
That's a good sign, man. And we appreciate everyone that's always tuned in, man. Whether it's one person, 100, four,
Yeah,
100, we're growing platform, and every individual, man. We don't, we
yeah,
don't,
we matter.
we don't look at you guys like numbers. We understand there's real people behind, our show, watching this and supporting us and tuning in, and that means a
Mhm.
lot to us.
Yeah.
Take your time out of your day
And
to
we're
do
gonna
so.
continue to spread that wisdom amongst you guys. And then even if you guys don't hesitate to comment, like reach out to us DMs. We open to collaborate and spread light amongst you guys as well.
Yeah, most definitely,
So
man.
it makes me feel good when I'm able to help someone along my journey, and not necessarily just monetarily all the time, but it can be just words of encouragement, words of wisdom.
Right.
Because I know everything that I say, for the most part, comes from a good place, and so yeah.
Most definitely, man. And now going into season two, brother, we have a lot of plans. We
Hmm.
have a lot of star-studded lineup, of individuals we want to bring onto the show. Different things we want to implement. And so what do you kind of just envision for us that we could share, right? We can't share everything,
Hmm.
can't disclose everything, but certain things we can disclose with you guys right now, we will. So what do you kind of want to accomplish first and foremost, personally, right?
Well,
And then collectively in these next 90 days before 2024.
ultimately, this platform is gonna be a situation where I'm able to work on myself and get to know more about myself. But ultimately, it's not what I do individually. It's about how many people I help along the way.
Right.
And so, with me being intentional about networking, being intentional about collaborating, I like to see, of course, I met some people that's working that's really heavily in the finance industry, really heavily in the real estate. We have real estate
Mhm.
guys. We
Right.
got fitness guys, and ultimately, this show is about pretty much leveling up in every aspect of life, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and physically, of course. So we need those type of guys onto the platform to encourage you guys to level up in these well-rounded ways. And so that's ultimately what we're gonna do. We're gonna readily give this information back to the culture, of course. And a lot of times we have negative influence, but right here on this platform, you're gonna get positive influence. And so that's what we're gonna continue to do.
Yeah.
And that's where I see this
Cease
platform going.
platform going. And what do you I know you did say you see yourself just growing in that space, but are there any specific things you want to, we're what they say, um preparation, right? Some people make their New Year resolutions the week before New Year's.
Oh yeah.
We're making New Year resolutions 3 months before the New Year.
Oh yes.
Q4, right? Essentially, is getting like the people who are ahead are the ones that usually get to prevail. So I think when you set your goals, man, it's good to set them a season before so you know what the next season brings. Are there any specific individual goals?
Yeah, so ultimately, I started this software, this platform
Hmm.
that's gonna allow us to have certain metrics to ensure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. That's gonna allow this show to grow.
Yeah.
And so if it's me holding you accountable, hey bro, you haven't looked at this software in 7, 8 days. So so it's like, man, I want to take this intellectual property out of your
Yeah.
head and put it into this software so we can compartmentalize it in a
Yeah.
way in which we can execute on it.
Right.
And it just being more organized because I'm a firm believer you can't have an organization without being organized.
Yeah.
And so that software is going to be able to have that visibility of holding me and you accountable. It's going to allow me to hold you accountable. It's going to allow you to hold me accountable.
Yeah.
So with that accountability, we can say we holding each other accountable, but that database, that software is going to have that visibility, and we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Most
gonna,
definitely.
yeah.
Most definitely, man. All right. Well,
What about yourself, man?
uh, let me talk about collectively first. I'll talk about collectively, like you mentioned. Of course, we want to grow this platform collectively. We want to bring edutainment, right? So
Edutainment.
we want to get better at really how we deliver content, and really continue to improve on that. There's so much room to grow. There's a lot to learn, and
It's a big
we're
market out there too.
yeah, we're continuously learning on how to edit, how to interview people, what type of value to bring onto a show that will help you guys in exchange for your valued time that you spend watching us. So we want to make it worthwhile for you guys, right? So, those are things we want to perfect, making
Mhm.
sure that we make the most of the time we have, and we also dig in and bring up, most quality content we can, and also be able to have a guest that we have on be able to help them speak on things they really want to speak on, and making sure that we're able to dig in and kind of allow them to, I think the best thing about being on a show and interviewing people is having the right questions, because that allows to really like open up the door for a lot of people to say what they need to say,
Mhm.
and just figuring out how to perfect that craft,
Mhm.
so that's one thing. And I think collectively, of course, just working as a team, being brothers on the show, man, and just continuously leveling up in terms of the quality of the type of person we are, the type of partnership we have, the type of company we're building. And so collectively, man, we just want to grow. And
Absolutely.
season two is nothing but focused, a lot more tunnel vision, right? And a lot more calculation on how we execute.
Yeah.
So, and then personally, personally, man, goals next 3 months. For me, it's I have some career goals. I have some fitness goals, health goals. I have family goals, right? We have the holidays coming up, man. Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, I'm
You
going home
know,
for Thanksgiving,
yeah,
bro.
man. I'm
I'm gonna
glad
be,
you're
I'm gonna
going
be
home.
home for 2 weeks, bro.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be in Arizona for Thanksgiving.
Seriously?
Yeah, man. Arizona, I'm gonna go see my cousin. I haven't seen. That's what I mean, like family goals. I haven't seen my cousin and his kids in years. You know what I mean? So ever since my mom been came, like the last 2 weeks now, she's been with me for the last 2 weeks. I don't know, man. My heart is even more towards family. Like I'm realizing, man, like I only get to have these people for such a short period of time.
Make an impact on their life while
You
you
know what I
can,
mean?
man.
Yeah, while I can, bro. And they love me and they love having me around. My energy is felt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is, like nobody is like you and your family.
Yeah.
And nobody's like me and my family, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm totally different. And they recognize it.
You
And we all
got you
have
got you got good energy, bro. You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? A
it,
lot of
brother.
times, families don't have that energy, and so when we able to bring that energy, it makes you feel good. It makes us feel good. It makes them feel good.
Yeah, man. We're a
Um,
part of that family for a reason.
yeah,
God wouldn't put you in that family if He knew you didn't have a purpose to be tied to that family tree.
absolutely.
So yeah, personally, man, these are the categories that I definitely, financially, I have financial goals, and just really just giving myself a head start for 2024. Launching a few ideas, a few different businesses on the side, and of course, continuously growing the clothing brand.
That's what I was gonna say.
XDO Fashion alongside the show. I know you have plans to grow New King, right?
New King, bro.
Making
Big
these
doors.
household brands.
Yes, sir.
And so these are the goals I do have. But also, I do want to mention. Did you have something to say?
No, and I was just gonna say, all of it is really interconnected. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And with me and you, it's just really noticing what we're good at.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like, hey, if you're good at one thing, bro, I'm gonna let you do that. If
Right.
I'm good at another, hey, bro, let me do that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like just that's what this journey is about as well. Like, yeah, it's more than we just sitting up here, but it's a lot of operational stuff that goes into putting this stuff out here. Like
Right.
even just the brand, the XTO,
Yeah.
my art company. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's a
Right.
lot that goes into it. We got real estate in Mississippi that we have
Right.
to tend to. So
Right.
all of it is interconnected, and it's going to allow us to scale, and that's why we're open to collaborating with people who have those ideas.
Right.
But ultimately, we want to be able to keep it in the culture.
Most. Oh yeah. Keep it in the culture, baby.
Yeah,
We
you know,
about building the ecosystem
building the
at
ecosystem,
home,
bro,
right?
at home.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir, man. Next thing we do want to touch on is as far as collaboration, right?
yeah,
If you guys, for one, want to come on to the show, make sure you email us, you DM us, the level up at gmail.com, right?
level up at gmail.com for sure.
And then or just DM us right
Yeah.
at the page or personally. Just let us know if you guys want to come on to the show. We
Mhm.
would love to have you on the show if you have something of good to offer, something of value that you can exchange. We want to give people who ultimately are purposeful, man, and a platform to be able to do what they need to do. That's our calling here. So we want
Yes,
to help
the
you
power of
guys.
the power of networking.
Right.
And collaborating. And we've also been having a lot of people reaching out with clothing brands and wanting different sponsorships as well. Me and my partner,
Right.
we're working on ways that we can execute on it because we want it to be a situation where we're meeting to a level of equilibrium
Right.
where one party just not getting all the value and we're not getting any in return.
Right.
So we want to get to a point of equilibrium and where we can collaborate with each other effectively.
Most definitely, man. So,
Um,
if you guys want to, have any type of brands or products you guys want to promote or help, have us help you promote, reach out to us. We have different packages, sponsorship packages that we're working on.
mhm.
And again, as long as your brand and what you have going on aligns with the vision of where we're trying to go, we're definitely open to the conversation and the discussion. So, and then outside of that, man, we want to expand the team.
Yeah, yeah,
And
we
we're
do.
open to that as well. So if you're a videographer, you're a photographer, you work, in audio and editing. If you're someone that's, a creative director, just reach out to us. Graphic designers.
Mhm.
We are again looking to expand the team, and we want to work with like-minded individuals. We are starting. We are in the beginning, man. And
Yeah,
I just, every time I get excited thinking about where are we gonna be at season 10.
absolutely,
You know what I mean? Like I
absolutely.
just know like season one was like it's like when you just first got the basketball and you start hooping. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like your dad was like, "Here's a basketball.
We was practicing,
We're practicing." You know what I mean? First season was
but
practice,
it
bro.
worked
It
though.
worked,
It
man.
worked.
You know what I mean? And so you guys get to see us grow, man. That's the exciting part. And first season, that's what it was. We're doing our jump shots. We're trying to perfect things. We're working through it.
And the proof is in the pudding. The
Right.
proof is there. You guys go look at our first episode compared to episode 12, and you tell me that our growth is
Right.
not justified.
Right.
And so we ending this season, episode 12,
Right.
and we're gonna come back even harder because we're intentional about what we're doing.
Most definitely.
If we're not intending to succeed, then we're intending to.
To fail, man.
You see how me and my brother are aligned.
Yeah, we
You know
aligned,
what's
brother.
on my
You know
mind.
what I'm saying? I finish his lines. They all rhymes. You feel me? No crimes.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro.
Don't get me started. I like to finish lines and rhymes.
Also, man, what's up, bro? We gotta record this song,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
hey, we got a song, we got a record on the way.
Yeah,
And look, it's right now it's in the works.
it's in the works. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be 26 November the 3rd,
Yes, sir.
so I need to have that song recorded
Hey
before then.
brother, look, I just want y'all to know,
My
man, season two, I better be ready, man.
my sister said she coming here
Right.
at the end of October, so I need you
Okay.
to be available so we can go ahead and record the
Let's
song.
make it happen, man.
Yeah.
IV, you know what I'm saying? We gonna holler
Oh, we're
at
gonna have
our
it
brother IV,
IV.
man.
Okay.
We booked the studio session. We already got the song right. Lyrics ready to go, man. Just final touch ups and recording. But all I just want to say is, man, like season two is gonna be exciting in so many different facets. And just we really look forward to bringing you guys real edutainment, man.
Entertainment and value.
And value, man. And last but
What
not
else you
least, I
got, brother?
guess, man, we're just gonna close the show out. It's the season finale, man. I wish we had some champagne or something, bro.
Yeah, bro. Or
We
some
didn't think about that,
balloons.
huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
some balloons and champagne or something, but
We got that good old spring water though. You see, we taking all
yeah,
labels off
labels
because
off.
we
He,
need our money. We only rocking out
hey, look, man, he
brands
done
from
learned
now on out.
something. He used to be having bottles up here with
Yeah,
labels,
bro.
man.
No, you guys gonna have to pay me for this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's free
Right, that's
advertising. Like
free
nah,
advertisement, man.
So
Yeah,
now we're
man.
gonna advertise anything. It's gonna be our brand, and then it's gonna
Yes,
be somebody who's collaborating with us.
exactly.
That's efficiency.
Yeah, and you know what? We also have creative collaborations for people who are in the beginning
Yeah,
of building their brand. You might not have the finances to be able to
or the
pay
platform.
the platform, right? So we have different creative solutions on how to we can actually accept sponsorships. So again, just because you don't have the money to invest in something doesn't mean that you might not be able to be on our platform to promote any type of product. Just reach out to us, and we'll have that discussion.
Mhm.
But outside of that, man, I just want to say, bro, I love you, my guy.
Love you too, brother.
It's been beautiful, man, and I look forward to this winter. It's winter too. Season two is
King,
in the winter.
you're a king,
You a
bro.
king too, man.
Hey, bro, I like
Kings,
that.
kings, my
Young
brother.
kings, bro.
Huh? Season two is in the winter.
Yeah, see, it's two
We
in
just
the
went
winter.
through the whole spring and summer,
Yeah, bro.
spring and summer. Now,
Who would
now,
ever thought, bro?
right?
But we making it happen though.
Yeah.
We gonna be making a lot more appearances as well. Like I said, a
Yes.
lot of people been reaching out to us,
Most
and
definitely.
we intend to be on those platforms.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
bro.
And I guess I do think that we might start doing events season two, but we might stretch it to season three. But we gonna keep that in the
You
wraps.
said events.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
But something, if you guys are event coordinators, promoters, anyone with event spaces or anything, also reach out to us, man. Something that we're working on, and we just want to be ahead of time before you
For
start
sure.
getting to summer 2024.
Absolutely, man.
But on that note, brother, is there any last things you want to say?
No, man. I just want to say to my audience, our audience, rather,
Mm-hmm.
keep tapping in with us, man. Keep hitting that like button, keep subscribing, and ultimately just keep reaching out to us, man. We're gonna continue to try to inspire and aspire, or aspire to inspire,
Right.
and continue to level up in our lives, and continue to influence you guys and persuade you guys to do the same. And always hit, comment, let us know, give us feedback on what we can and can do to progress, and in the eyes of you guys. But yeah,
You ain't got no
ultimately,
messages for your ex girlfriends or
no,
anything?
no more, no more, no more messages for the exes, man. No more messages for the exes.
For the exes,
No
yeah,
more.
man. Well, like you said,
What about yourself?
oh man, thank you guys for being a part of our journey. Thank you for the support, the love, the continuous just support, man. That means a lot to us.
I wouldn't be who I am today without you guys.
Right, man. And we're not going to be who we want to be in terms of especially what we're doing here without your support. And so we do appreciate you guys just always tapping in with us. And outside of that, man, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And until the next episode or season two,
Season two.
peace
And
and blessings, man.
also, my bad, man.
Uh-huh.
I noticed that we're probably gonna start dropping the episode on Wednesdays as well.
Oh yeah.
To give our producer a lot more time to come up with quality and
Yeah, man.
enlightening content, of course.
Yeah, our schedules are shifting a bit.
Yeah.
I think Wednesday drops are going to be amazing for us just in terms of being able to meet our deadlines. We're always transparent with you guys, right? And so, yeah,
we want to be consistent and
yeah,
consistent with quality.
Right.
And so I feel like Wednesday will be a great day,
Yeah.
and it gives you guys time from Wednesday to Sunday to actually tune in.
Catch up.
So Sundays, people are really getting ready for work.
Right.
On the work week. So
Yeah.
Okay, man, do I want to, but
Yeah.
Wednesday, it gives you time to chill.
Midweek, man. Midweek, catch a show. If you can't, you got Thursday. You got Friday if you're kicking back. You got Saturday if you're not doing nothing. You got Sunday if you chill, come from church. Whatever you do, man, it's just going to align with what we're doing. So, yeah, man, schedule shifts, schedule changes, drops are going to be on Wednesday moving forward. And again, we love and appreciate y'all, man.
So,
Peace and blessings.
peace be upon you.
Level up. Peace.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.